Hey YouTube, welcome to Level 99 project. So welcome to another video. As you guys can see, I'm at a very beautiful place. And of course, I'm taking my 10,000 steps in nature. My daily 10,000 steps. So in today's video, I want to talk about, I hope you guys can hear me because I don't have my earphones. But today, the wind as well. So I really hope it's not ruining the audio. I should have tested this probably before. But it'll be fine. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about how, and by the way, this is my opinion, right? Based on my research and everything that I've done, I'm gonna tell you that, and again, this is my opinion, life is completely meaningless, right? Inherently meaningless. So life has no meaning. And when I say this, a lot of people like it stirs up a lot of emotional reaction to what I'm saying, right? Because people get offended because people have beliefs, right? In our life today, like you have science, you have different religions, right? Especially religious people, they get offended by this, and I understand because, but you guys have to understand, like, why do I say that life is meaningless? First of all, when I say life is meaningless, that means it has no meaning, right? And that also means that you are the one that assign meaning to life. Like you exist right now, you exist in this life, but you're the one that put meaning to life. So what it means is that you, like, if I say, like me saying that life is meaningless, if that makes you, like when you think about that idea, if that makes you sad, if it makes you think like, oh, that's depressing, well, that's you putting meaning to life, right? That's you giving life meaning as depressive and stuff. So you don't have to make it depressive, right? Like me saying that life is meaningless is a neutral thing. It means that you can assign meaning to it, right? And you can give life whatever meaning you want. So, because I grew up as a religious, one of the Jehovah's Witnesses, I grew up as one of them for 24 years, like my entire life, right? So that was my worldview. That's how I view the world. And that's how I made sense of the world, right? I used to believe that. But now, after leaving, because the things like, what made me leave Jehovah's Witnesses is that I had to be honest with myself. I was like, okay, do I really know whether God exists or not? Like, how do I really know that? And the answer is like, the truth is like, I don't know, right? Oh, it's fenced, so I can't go here. But that's the thing, I was like, I don't know if God exists, right? Because, for example, like when I talk to Muslim people, they always tell me that, oh, but everyone knows you chose to be here, they say, right? You used to be an angel in heaven. And I'm just using Muslims as an example because I've spoken to them a lot. And they're saying that you chose to be here. You used to be an angel in heaven, right? You used to be an angel and you chose to come here to earth. And I'm like, but I don't remember me doing that, you know? I have no memory of me being in heaven with Allah choosing to come to earth. You know what I mean? So what I'm telling you is that you need to go with actual experience, right? Like because it's one thing, like something that upsets me is that when religious people, they talk as if we all have a memory of speaking to God before, in incarnating to earth, right? When in fact, the truth is that we don't know, right? I have no memory of myself speaking to God, getting to know God, right? Before coming to earth, because that would be different, right? If before coming to earth, if we all had, because it's quite a serious thing, right? Like, for example, if you are a Christian, right, or a Muslim, you believe that if you don't do the good thing, you're going to be sent to hell forever. And that's quite a serious thing. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if that's the case, why didn't I speak to God before I came to earth? Why didn't I know? Like, why didn't God give all of us this, intuitive feeling of like, yeah, everyone knows that God exists and you have a free will, right? You have a choice to do whatever you want. You can please God, or you can choose to rebel against God to fulfill your fleshly desires. But I don't know if I don't have a memory of that, right? And they basically want you to go by faith, right? So as I got older, I started to contemplate this, and I was like, this doesn't make sense, because I don't have, like, how am I gonna, not only are there thousands of different religions, but there's also like, because everything I know, everything you know about God comes from human beings. So how can you know whether it's true or not, right? So after some time, I realized like the only person, right? The only reason why something is true is because you give it authority, right? If you decide to believe something with full conviction, then it will become true, right? So it doesn't matter if you are a Christian or if you are a Muslim or whatever it is you believe. If you are 100% convinced that it is the truth, then it will be the truth, right? That's going to be your world. So that's what I realized. Like, like when you look out in the world, I realized like everyone has their own beliefs, right? And people are basically walking. It's like they have this bubble around themselves and they're walking, and it's just like a bunch of different illusions, bunch of different like beliefs. So if you are smart, you're basically like, you step out of it, right? You step out of it and you start to observe these different beliefs, and because what made me leave the religion was that I had to be honest with myself. I had to go inside myself, and I had to go in my heart, and I had to ask this, like, oh, I hear something. Yeah, I had to question this. Do I really know God? Do I really know God? Like, in my heart, do I really know God? And the answer is no, I don't know God. And when I say that, right, it feels like I'm offending God, because how dare you question God? How dare you question this, right? Because on the one hand, when you look around, right, like you look around this, it's so beautiful, right? It's so beautiful, and it's like, it is beautiful, right? It makes sense, like it's logical. There's a system to this nature and all this stuff. But I can't explain it. I can't explain it, right? So I don't want to digress so much, but it's just that life is completely meaningless, and I believe that you are the one to assign meaning to life, right? So, for example, right now, if you are depressed, if you are sad, you can that's actually good news, right? Because you can do something about it, right? You can change the meaning to your life, right? Because I know a lot of us, for example, myself, I know that I have a lot of things that I want to achieve, right? For example, my physique, right? There's so many things I want to work on, so many things I want to do in this life. But I realized that because I had a fixed, because I'm telling you guys, everything is in the mind. Everything is in the mind. Everything is in the mind. What does that mean? It means that if you actually believe something, your body will follow, right? So whatever you believe in your mind is what you're going to see in the world, right? Like, it's going to be reflected in the world, because the way it works is that our mind is so powerful, and it registers thousands, millions of different information, right? Like right now, when you look in this video, you see that I'm in nature, right? There's so much information that I can pick up, right? But your mind is going to filter out information, and it's only going to take in what's important to the mind, right? So, and that's the thing in the world, right? Like, for example, if you go to the city, right? You see all these buildings and everything. For one person, they see opportunities, right? They see a building, they see, let's say you're unemployed, right? And you need a job. One person can go in a city and he can be like, wow, there are hundreds of different opportunities for me. I can visit these companies, I can get a job, right? While another unemployed person might be like, but this is not for me. I'm not qualified for these jobs. I don't qualify, and right? And the difference is that both of them are filtering out things, right, based on what they believe. And that's why it's so important with healthy mindset, right? Self-belief, positive talk, because the world is a reflection of your mind. It's a reflection of how you see things, you know? So if you have a healthy mind, positive mind, you will see positive things, right? You will see opportunities, more opportunities in your life. So that's generally how it works. And let me see, I'm trying to like jump this fence without hurting myself or ruining my pants. So yeah, you